I'm Gregg Wallis, Senior Editor of Hotel Business, and I'm here with Geoff Freeman, the President and CEO of the U.S. Travel Association. Thanks for joining us.
Good to be with you, Gregg.
Great. So, travel demand remains strong as ever. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think we all learned during the pandemic the importance of getting out, the importance of having experiences. There's an irony. During that period, I was actually working in the consumer packaged goods industry. We couldn't keep things on the shelves because people couldn't travel. That industry is struggling a bit now, right? Because people have prioritized experiences over those goods. That's something that none of us know how long it's going to last, but it's a good run right now. We're all going to take advantage of it, and we hope, obviously, that we're going to give consumers the experiences they want so that this type of demand continues.
So the one area that it did take some time to come back is business travel, but it's starting to make that comeback despite some headwinds that are out there. What needs to be done to keep it towards that upward trajectory?
Yeah, I think when it comes to business, whether it's transient or group business travel, one, the recovery isn't even. There are some markets in the United States, whether that be Florida, Texas, some others that are booming, and there are some other cities that are having some public safety and other issues that are struggling. So it hasn't been even across the board. In general, we're at about 75% of where we were pre-pandemic, so we still have work to do. I think the biggest thing we have to accept when it comes to business travel is that travelers have alternatives now, right? They've got Zoom, they've got Teams, they've got ways of doing things that work for them. It doesn't work in every instance, but it works. So if we want people to not use those alternatives, we better make sure that our experience is darn good. We better make sure that we remove the frictions in the travel process.
Right.
The biggest concern I have when it comes to business travel is the state of air travel in America. We have too many delays, too many cancellations, an antiquated air traffic control system that is creating an unpredictable experience for the traveler, and the business traveler is not going to tolerate that. What we hear from these travelers, more than 50% say that they would travel more frequently if the air travel system was improved. So if we want to strengthen business travel in this country, I think it begins with fixing the air travel process.
Absolutely. I mean, we've all dealt with the hours of delays and the hassles of travel in the airports. This applies to that as well, but how about international travel? It's extremely important to the U.S. economy, to hotels. What needs to be done to improve the process and experiences of those coming to the U.S.?
A lot. Unfortunately, international travel from a spending standpoint last year was only at about 50% of what it was in 2019. Visitation a little over 60%. We think this year maybe we get closer to 70% of what we were in 2019, but we're still a long way off. Now, we're all so focused on leisure travel, the demand, the willingness to spend, that we kind of miss what's happening underneath the surface here. This international travel issue is huge. These travelers stay longer, they spend more, and too few of them are coming right now. Why is that? It's not even across the board. When you look at Asia, I think there's just been a slow rebound in general. We will get our fair share. It's going to take some time for Asia to come back. Now, there are other markets, though, that are booming. They're just not coming here. When I look at India, when I look at Brazil, when I look at Mexico, Colombia, these are all markets where we require the traveler to have a visa to come to the United States. Unfortunately, those same travelers are confronting 400, 500, 600-day wait times to get an interview for that visa. We are not staffed correctly. We are not giving that traveler the experience to let them know that we want their business. And when you do that, you lose those travelers, right? They're going to go to another market that's more welcoming. So the visa process, fixing the visa situation is absolutely enormous, number one. Number two, when they get here, when they land at an American airport, customs wait times right now, 2, 3, 4 hours or more, that is anything but hospitable. That's sending a message that we don't necessarily want their business. So we've got to fix that customs process as well. Both of these are issues that U.S. travel is laser focused on.
Sustainability has been something that's been on the minds of travelers for years. U.S. Travel Association unveiled the Journey to Clean. Can you talk a bit about the initiative?
We know that sustainability matters to travelers, and we know that it's only going to matter more tomorrow than it does today. The industry itself has taken enormous strides in producing a more sustainable experience, whether that's rental car companies, hotels, theme parks, airlines, and beyond. But until now, no one had really cataloged what was done across the industry. Of course, every brand was out there talking about what it had done, but no one was talking about what the industry had done. So we launched JourneyToClean.com to really focus on what this industry has done across the board, the key steps every one of these companies have taken to really provide the policymaker, the media, the individual traveler with a one-stop shop for seeing the commitments, the steps that the industry is taking, and really have evidence that backs up the words that the industry talks about every day, its commitment to sustainability. We want to highlight that. We will continue to highlight that and ensure that the industry is established as a friend, obviously, of the environment, of those that seek a more sustainable experience.
Great. Well, Geoff, thank you so much for joining us today.
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.